You recording? Word, my man. Let's go. Blessed love and blessed day. Blessings way up, my fire fam. That was for the main channel, my fault. Blessings way up, my fire fam. Welcome to Coach Fire, Boxing Abundance. In this video, my student, Mr. Bagadocious. Say it.
It's me, Mr. Bagadocious.
Mr. Bagadocious, he's gonna show you guys how to pivot. Shout out the young man who asked me to do a video explaining pivots the other day. I told you guys, when you guys request a video, it's on site, you know what I'm saying? Coach Fire, Espanol is Coach Fuego. I haven't figured out how to say coach yet in Spanish, but we get there. But fire is Fuego, so it's Coach Fuego. Okay, so right now, he's gonna start, I like to call this an outside pivot, where he's just gonna pivot to the outside. Don't step, just leave that foot right there, okay? It's gonna outside pivot, inside pivot now, okay? Outside pivot, no.
Oh, you said inside pivot.
Outside pivot, inside pivot. Work with me, God damn. Outside, inside, okay? That's pretty much your pivots, okay? Somebody asked me to explain the pivot and do a video on pivoting, so that's what we're doing. Face the camera, Jess. Okay, that front foot is planted, okay? When you pivot, you're gonna push off of your back foot in the direction that you wanna pivot. So for orthodox fighters, when you pivot to your left, I like to call that an outside pivot because you're going to the outside. So you're pushing off of your back foot, bang, okay? Now we're gonna do an inside pivot where we're gonna push off of our back foot and we're gonna pivot back to the inside. I like to call that an inside pivot. Now, when you're pivoting, although you're pushing off of your back foot, there's little small twitch muscles inside of your front foot that you're actually using to guide the direction of the pivot, right? So I'm gonna push off of my back foot to do an outside pivot, okay? But when I'm pivoting this foot, I still have to use the muscles in this foot to turn it, okay? Bang, follow me. Bang, outside, 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 okay? So let's go a full 360 pivots outside. Bang, bang, bang. Follow me, Jess. Bang, bang, okay? Now, Mr. Bagadocious gets caught up just doing his own thing sometime, right? Now, another thing when you pivot is just like in boxing, only fools rush in. So you don't want to take big steps, you want to take baby steps. So the same thing when you pivot, you're not typically going to do a whole lot. You don't want to swing your whole foot like that. It's a nice little short quarter pivot. Bang, 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 bang. Now you can do a wider one, bang, okay? But for the most part, nice little small, tight pivots, okay? Now, we're gonna demonstrate also how to pivot off of the slip, okay? So, let's say we're gonna do a 1-2. Slip, slip, pivot, good, right? Now I'm just gonna shoot the 1 at him. Slip, and he pivots. I'm gonna shoot the 2 back at him. Slip, and he pivots. Slip, slip, roll, pivot. Woo, double pivot, okay? And the reason why I put in the slips is because as a beginner, you might have a hard time just pivoting like that because, like I said, it's in your feet and little twitch muscles that you're using in your feet. Apparently, that's why the person who asked me to do the video on pivots, you know. So if you slip to the outside, you can use your momentum to help you with that pivot. So if I slip outside, bang, it could help me a little bit to get that pivot off. If I slip inside, it may help me to pivot a little bit easier. So, you know, quick tips on how to pivot. So come on, so we're here. Jess is coming at me, I just want to create an angle and I just pivot. You're here, Jess is coming at me, I just pivot, okay? You're here, Jess is coming at me, he pivots, I pivot, okay? Okay. Good. I'll step and pivot. Good, okay? And there's also different variations of pivot. Show them that step pivot that you just did. Okay, now he can step outside, he can pivot. He can step inside, he can pivot. He can step this way. And that's also kind of the same equivalent as the slip. It's gonna help you with your momentum. Same thing this way, dropping that foot out first can help you get the turn off. So that's how you pivot. I hope that this video was helpful to you guys. Thank you.
Mr. Bagadocious.
Tell them.
This is me, Mr. Bagadocious.
Mr. Bagadocious. You want me to give you credit?
Yeah.
You want me to tell them subscribe to your channel, right? Don't tell me, tell them.
What's up, it's me, Mr. Bagadocious. Helping out with the pivots video.
Let's go. This is one of my fine young men in the fighter. This guy has no fights yet, and no amateur fights, and I honestly feel sorry for his competition, because by the time he, in amateurs, you have to start with novice, but there's nothing about this young guy who's novice. He's gonna absolutely, make somebody's mother cry. You know what I'm saying? But until the next video, thank you, Mr. Bagadocious. Until the next video, keep fighting your fight and protect yourself at all times. It's Coach Fire, boxing in abundance, baby. Let's go. Yo, was my shirt like this the whole time? Oh my God.
Hang on by the fucking thread.
It's staying too. It's staying.